Hi to anyone watching my podcast. I'm Lindsay and this is Strip Bare. It's basically what it says. It's stripping everything right back, interviewing people with amazing journeys, hopefully that can inspire others. That's the aim really, to show that there is growth no matter what you've been through, where you've come from. You can always make the change, and I just feel like it's really important for people to see people that have gone through a lot but still come out the other side. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So that's the aim. I do have some amazing people that I will be having on that I'm so excited about because their journeys are so inspiring. I feel it's so important for people to see that you can make the change, and no matter how difficult you think it is, there's always better things ahead. And I hope it helps someone. I know that these people, these amazing people that I'm going to be speaking to, will help people, and that is what I love. That is the aim for me. I've always wanted to do podcasts, but not until this year have I really felt like I can. I think it's getting rid of all the fear and doubt, and that's come from the manifesting that I do. So a little bit about me is my journey probably started this year as far as mindset. My mindset has completely changed, and it started with cold water therapy. Anyone who does cold water therapy will know the change in mindset that you have is unreal. And it made everything so much clearer for me. It made me realise what I want to do and what I want to achieve, and it made me be better. It's the only way I can explain it, really. And the other thing I can say is, like, I've had a spiritual awakening. I know it sounds ridiculous. I feel like saying it sounds ridiculous, but I feel like I'm totally connected to myself, and I've never felt like that before. I feel connected to my children. I feel like that's one part of my life that I really had huge growth when I had my children. But now it's like I'm so connected to me, and I'm thinking about who I am and what I want. And it started with cold water therapy, and then I started manifesting. I bought a book and I thought, how do you even do this? Like, how is that possible? I feel like for me, thoughts have turned to reality, and it's because I believe in myself, and I've believed that actually I'm not going to sit on that idea. I'm going to go and get it. I'm going to do what I've set out to do. I'm not just going to think about it anymore, and it's worked. I've started my own business. I've started a podcast, which I've always wanted to do, but just thought it was laughable, really. But started a podcast, tried a bit of CBD, quit alcohol, which is quite big for me. I've always enjoyed a drink. I'm not a big drinker, but it was definitely something I look forward to on a weekend. And when I would go out, I really didn't know my limits. I'd always want that next drink. I enjoyed how it made me feel, how it makes you forget about things, makes you relax. But now I couldn't think of ever going back to drinking. Like, it started off on I'm going to not drink for a little bit on the 8th of January this year, to I'm still not drinking and I do not want to drink. And people say don't put the pressure on yourself to say I'll never drink again. I totally get that, because I didn't do that at first. But now I just know I won't, because for me I've got in the mindset of, yeah, like, that would be nice to have a drink in that situation, but am I missing out if I'm not? And for me, I'm not, because with drinking came anxiety and guilt, and it was horrible. Anyone who has the guilt from drinking will know that it's the worst feeling. You could do nothing wrong but feel so guilty. The worst mum, you feel like everyone hates you, you must be a bad person. And it's ridiculous, really, when you've not done anything. But that guilt really stuck with me, and I don't want to go back to it. So that for me was a no-brainer. CBD was good though. Like, I don't mind a bit of CBD. Because I've got a very hectic life. I homeschool my 2 children, which was the best decision I ever made. I absolutely love watching them grow and learn and go on adventures. We unschool, really, but learn so much. Like, I find it amazing, like the books I've read on the brain and how it can learn so naturally. Like, we don't give our bodies and our brains enough credit, basically. Like, we are self-healers, and our brain it teaches itself. So, like, you could go through everyday life interacting with people, looking at things, asking questions, And you'll learn naturally. My daughter has learned so many things naturally. We've never sat down and done a maths lesson. She can add up, she can do loads of sums, times tables. Like we've been in nature and when she was little and we used to count stones and do a bit of maths that way, but we've never sat down and done a maths lesson. Like I'm learning so much now that I wish I'd have known before. And I feel like I want my children to know all these things about their bodies and what they're capable of. I've been fasting and reading books and learning so much about that part of self-healing, which blows my mind. I'm like, anyone that I can, I'm like, oh, you know what? This time of fasting, it actually gets rid of certain cells. Like, I absolutely love it. One of the best things I've ever done. So learning about the fasting, learning about different foods, practicing cold water therapy most days, and just keeping going on this journey, not stopping, and doing everything that I want to do. And hopefully, if I can help anyone along the way with the podcast, then that's a bonus. Like, I would really like that. I'm just really excited to get started now, and I hope you love the content as much as I'm going to love recording it and listening to people's journeys. Thanks to anyone who takes the time out to listen to my podcasts, and I will see you soon.